I'm Beth, and this is my Bubbie's Florida Kitchen. And we're here to make Sadie's pot roast today with carrots and onions. You're gonna love this recipe. Sadie's pot roast ingredients, very, very simple. We've got salt and pepper, flour, a whole bag of carrots, a large bag, 4.5-pound roast. We have a couple of onions, some chicken stock, and some water. First thing we have to do is prepare the meat. We want a good amount of salt and pepper all over this bottom round, 4.5 pounds. I have the salt and pepper in separate dishes so that I can get rid of whatever's left over, because I'm not going to want to put this back in after my hands have been all over it. Some people like to season the flour. I think it's better if you do it right on the meat. I want to make sure every inch of this meat is covered. Okay. The flour will help it brown in the pan and just thicken the sauce a little bit, not too much. Oh, I'm making a mess today.
Well, you gotta clean it up.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
You'll help me.
I'm the cameraman. I don't do that stuff.
You will when the camera's off. All right. Get rid of the excess flour. And now we're going to brown this meat. Going to sear my meat on all sides. The pan is nice and hot. There's that sizzle. While the meat is browning, I'm going to cut up my carrots. I already peeled the carrots and cut off the ends. I want them in rounds, about this big. An inch? What do you think, Rich?
3/4 of an inch.
3/4 of an inch. I'm going to finish cutting these carrots and searing the meat on all of its sides. See you in a few minutes. The meat is seared on all sides. So I'm going to get it right into the pot. Into this oil that has all the meat juices, I'm going to start to put my carrots. The carrots won't get completely soft, but they will get a little char on them, which is what I like. Salt and pepper. Stir around in all of that meat oil.
I call it pot roast juice.
Pot roast juice, that's good. Pot roast juice, I like that. Now, while the carrots are browning, I'm going to cut up my onions. And we'll get back to you as soon as that's done. Can you see the carrots? See that they're a little brown around the edges? That's just how I like it. I get all these carrots into the pot. I did have a jumper. He's in the back. He's not going to get away with it. I'll pick him up as soon as I finish this. Two. There we go. Sliced my onions. I'm going to get some color on those onions. Need a little salt and pepper. It's really a good idea to season as you're going along. Each ingredient you want to season. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more oil to the pan. All right. We'll brown these onions and we'll be back. Okay. Got a little color on our onions. They go right into the pot. I'm going to add about 30 ounces of chicken stock. About 16 ounces of water. Just a little more. Some salt. Some pepper to the water. Now we're going to bring this up to the boil, and then we're going to simmer it probably 4 hours. I would say at least an hour a pound. It took about a half hour for me to get everything brown and into this pot. But now there's really nothing else to do except wait for your pot roast to be wonderful. Every once and again, I'm going to turn the meat over so that the top is actually under the water. And we'll see what happens. Usually, I make this the day before because I'll cook it 4 or 5 hours now, put it in the fridge, and the next day it will taste even better. But the kids are coming to Florida tonight, so this is what we're going to have. See you in a few hours. It's been 5 hours. Take the roast out. Get it on the cutting board. It's a little hot. We're going to have to let this rest about 10 minutes. I definitely want to taste the gravy. Look at that gravy, Rich. It's nice and brown.
Brown gold.
The onions are very soft. A lot of them have dissolved into the sauce. The carrots are terrific. Let's see. That's good. That's good. We'll be back in 10 minutes. In our house, Richie always does the cutting when we have a roast, when we have turkey, when we have any big piece of meat, right?
Yes, I'm the meat guy.
You're the meat guy. We're cutting with the grain, right? Against the grain? Against the grain. Make some nice cuts. We're going to get this onto a plate, slather it with that carrot gravy, and we'll be back. Back to me. I'm going to put these pieces on the plate. Richie will cut more later.
It will definitely be even more than that.
Yes, but I just want to plate this nicely.
Okay.
Nice and juicy. Definitely want to see the meat. So if I was going to bring this to the table, I would have a big bowl of the gravy, make some couscous or some pasta, some rice, put that down on the plate, and then put a nice piece, whoops, we've got a jumper, nice piece of pot roast right on that tray. Put some couscous in a plate. I like to put it in a shallow bowl. And top everything with this wonderful gravy. Richie told me I need to remind you that we also love to dunk Italian bread into this. So let's taste. Get the perfect bite.
Get some carrots in there. You want to have some of those carrots.
I got it. And some couscous.
Yeah.
It's so sweet. The carrots make the gravy so sweet. This is good. Can't wait till those kids get off the plane.